Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
A man was shot by Lexington police over the weekend, and police think the suspects were involved in a drug deal.
Police are looking for an attempted robbery suspect at EKU that happened late last night.
And a fire breaks out at the location of an October homicide. Of those stories and more, and breaking news as it happens, it's coming up on WKYT This Morning. Good morning to you and welcome in. Good to have you with us as Thanksgiving week is now underway. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. For the first track on the weather, let's turn to meteorologist Mike Harris.
Look at outside this morning, and all that rain is still situated back toward the west. It'll come flying through as we make our way through the day, and I mean flying. We got some gusty winds already this morning, and you're going to be holding on to that as we work our way through the day with a wind advisory in effect all the way through the evening hours. And let me tell you, outside right now actually feels quite nice for the morning hours of November 24th. I mean, we're at 60 degrees there in Lexington, 62 down in southeastern Kentucky. And as we go throughout the day, we'll have those gusty showers. Winds will crank up, a few showers here and there, and we'll see temperatures dive toward the afternoon right there in the lower 50s. Now, in toward the next several days, you've heard about it, Thanksgiving. We'll go over that snow threat coming up in a few minutes.
All right, and let's get to the news. One man is injured and 2 police officers are on administrative assignment after a shooting yesterday. The Lexington police chief tells us officers Wesley Farley and Christopher Mason were patrolling Berea Road overnight on Sunday when they walked past what they believed was a drug deal.
That's when the chief says one of the men involved tried to run the officers over with his truck. They fired shots and hit the driver. WKYT's Jordan Valines explains to us how the department is handling this shooting.
2 Lexington police officers have been placed on administrative assignment after they were both involved in a shooting that took place around 4:30 Sunday morning. We're told that Officer Wesley Farley and Officer Christopher Mason were doing foot patrols on the Legacy Trail near Ironworks Pike when they came across a suspicious-looking scene. 2 vehicles with several people inside were parked outside Berea Christian Church and were believed to be conducting a drug deal. But when the officers approached the vehicles,
the white passenger car sped off, nearly missing the officers. As the officers attempted to make contact with the Toyota Tundra and the remaining subjects involved, the driver of the Tundra began speeding toward the officers.
In order to stop the oncoming vehicle and protect themselves, the officers fired shots, hitting the driver, Joseph Kilburn.
After the officers fired shots, the vehicle continued driving erratically around the church lot before coming to rest against a fence.
Police have not yet released where Kilburn was shot or how many shots were fired.
Anytime we have an officer-involved shooting, which is thankfully very rare in this community, we want to ensure a thorough examination of the facts.
Kilburn is now charged with 2 counts of wanton endangerment and fleeing or evading police. In Lexington, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
Officers say Joseph Kilburn was conscious when he went to the hospital. They will not discuss the extent of his injuries. Richmond police are searching for a man they say tried to rob someone on the EKU campus. In an email sent to students and staff, the emergency management department says the attempted armed robbery happened outside Clay Hall. We're told the man had a handgun. Police describe him as a black male, about 6 foot tall, wearing a hat and a black and red jacket over a hooded sweatshirt. Police say he ran toward the Powell building, but they have not been able to track him down. Police gave the all clear at about 11 o'clock last night.
Fire crews in Lexington are trying to figure out what caused a fire at a car wash on Sunday morning. Crews tell us they could see flames shooting through the roof of the former Premier Car Wash on New Circle and Russell Cave around 6:30 Sunday morning. Our news partners at the Herald-Leader report that's the same location as a homicide back in October. Firefighters say the damage to the building was average.
We're looking at moderate damage just due to the nature of the building. It is an older bit of construction there. The fire had gotten up into the roof on us, so it had quite a head start on us.
Police found the body of Brian DePrada inside the empty car wash last month. Thomas Lucky, Joseph Sledge, and Cavion Thomas are all charged with murder and robbery in connection with his death. A man has died following a crash in Woodford County. Police say a truck driving down the Bluegrass Parkway in Woodford County went into the median and flipped into the oncoming lanes, ejecting the driver and a passenger. We're told the 20-year-old Jalen Tonge died in the crash. The coroner says Tonge was from Bardstown. Crews rushed another man to UK Hospital where he's now being treated. We have no word yet on his condition.
State troopers arrested a bus driver they say was driving around high school students while under the influence. Police arrested 46-year-old Holly Brown of Louisville in Washington County. They say an off-duty Anderson County deputy called in to report Brown. Troopers caught up with her at a restaurant off Kentucky 555. She had been driving a bus full of students and chaperones with the Elliott County High School. Brown was charged with a DUI, wanton endangerment, and other charges. A teenager acquitted on charges of killing his stepbrother last year is back in jail. U.S. Marshals and Louisville police captured Josh Young last night. Earlier this week, Young did not show up to court on a probation violation. Police arrested him on Woodgate Lane in the Hikes Point area. He's scheduled to be back in court December 15th.
Funeral arrangements have now been set for a former Lexington mayor. Foster Pettit was fishing in October when his boat capsized in the Louisiana Delta. He cut his leg during that accident, and the cut caused a life-threatening bacterial infection. Pettit was Lexington's mayor from 1972 to 1978. His funeral will be at 2:30 Saturday at the First Presbyterian Church on North Mill Street. Foster Pettit was 84 years old. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul says he is pushing for Congress to declare war against ISIS. Paul said in his proposal that he would limit military action to 1 year and restrict ground operations. He also called for conservatives to support a war declaration because conservatives should be more consistent in their criticism of the president's executive orders. Administration officials say current operations are covered by existing laws. Senator Paul's proposals would limit the president's control of military forces under those laws.
It's been closed for decades now. A group from Estill County trying to save the Mack Theater in Irvine. The theater used to, or Irvin, I should say. The theater used to be one of the biggest attractions in town, but now it's just used for storage. WKYT's Sam Smith found out that the River City Players want to turn it into a multi-purpose art center.
Construction on this building finished in 1939. Ever since, it's been owned by the same family. But since 1993, it's been closed and used as storage. Those days are coming to an end if the River City Players organization gets its way by saving the Mack Theater.
We hope to have here a community center and a venue for community events, theater, all types of performance art.
Chair Susan Hawkins says a renovated Mack will bring a boost to the area.
And we are looking at hopefully revitalizing our economy and stimulating reuse of our downtown core through tourism.
There's also an emotional attachment to the theater that residents like Penny West have from their youth.
This is very important. Everyone has, just about everybody has a memory.
It'll take $75,000 to buy the building. With the purchase comes all the original elements of the theater, including 2 projectors from the 1940s. Hawkins and West say that will be money well spent.
And I hate to see things that are historical to me or mean things to me be destroyed or let go to rack and ruin.
About 10% of that $75,000 goal has been raised so far. The River City Players will use fundraisers and grants to make it the rest of the way. In Estill County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
All right, thanks so much, Sam. Organizers say it'll cost $500,000 to renovate the building after they purchase it. Well, we here in the Bluegrass think that our particular brand of whiskey is the best in the world, and now we have the chance to prove it. A new competition planned for January in Louisville, set to challenge whiskeys from around the world based on 100-point scales in 64 categories. All whiskeys are open to the competition, and organizers say they expect competitors to enter from all across the world. The winning whiskeys will be showcased at the North American Bourbon and Whiskey Competition Roadshow, which will be held in New York and Los Angeles next spring.